You know what's an awesome game? Monster Hunter. Yeah! So let's take a look back at the original Monster Hunter from 1989, Monster Party. This isn't gonna be the same game, is it? Eh. Now, I know I've talked about weird games before on this channel, but nothing quite measures up to Monster Party. So without any further ado, let's play it. The story in a nutshell is Mark was walking home from a baseball game when a space monster named Bert, yes, Bert, I guess Ernie was a little too busy to be in this game, stops Mark and tells him that he is needed to fight monsters on another planet. Mark, being intellectually challenged, agrees to follow Bert, and then they fuse together. Round 1 start. Well, this seems appropriate. The background is bleeding and there's a bunch of skeletons. Remember, this is a kid's game. Well, this isn't so bad. Look, the tree is winking, the bricks are smiling, we're in the land of retro mega blocks, and there's a very nice evening sunset. Oh, also this guy is on fire. I hear smothering a fire is a very effective way to put it out. Let me just come assist you with the aid of my baseball bat. I made him explode. Oh, by the way, did I mention this is the second game in a row where the main weapon is a baseball bat? I guess I should do Earthbound next. You go around hitting monsters with your bat for the majority of the game, and when you're not doing that, you're pretending to be a caterpillar. Don't worry, little guy. One day, you too will be a butterfly. Just stop humping the ground, it's gross. People walk there. Ultimately, the point of the game is to kill all the bosses in a given stage, collect the key, and unlock the end door to move on to the next level. You find bosses by entering different doors scattered throughout the stage, and sometimes they're empty, and sometimes you get to see this. Well, this must be what you get if an eggplant had sex with Audrey too. Or, excuse me, I meant fused with Audrey too. This game is about fusion. I also rather love that this abomination's main attack is shooting bubbles out of its mouth. I get the cartoony symbolism, you're drunk. When it's finally dead, you get a question mark that appears in the middle of the screen. It can do a couple of different things. Give you points, restore health, nothing, that's also a possibility, and one other thing that we'll touch on very soon. Each level has a few different bosses that you need to find. Let's seek out our next adversary, a challenge worthy of my time and skill. Sorry, I'm dead. Well, that was easy. You'll notice a theme in this game as you play it. None of the monsters make any sense. Like, what is this? Did someone bury their head under the ground just so they could flail their legs around like a madman? Alright, I'm pumped. Let's find the next boss. Well, that was absolutely horrifying. This game went from kind of cute to the thing that nightmares are made of. Let's press on. Oh god, what is that? Is that a dog wearing Uncle Fester's head? Finally, we make it to the next boss. Oh look, it's Clay. After you beat him, you get the key, which means you can move on to the next stage. We just have to find the door. Oh, there it is. You can tell it's the right door because it's different. Ooh. But before we beat the level, let's talk about the last power-up that you can get. Once in a while, a monster will drop a giant-ass pill. When you consume this drug, you turn into Bert, the monster from earlier. Bert is awesome because he can fly and shoot pellets or something out of his mouth. He is infinitely better than Mark, so why he needed Mark in the first place, I have no idea. Remember kids, always be yourself, unless you can be Bert. Then always be Bertman. I'm Bertman. Oh, now we're in a sewer. Progression. When you jump, Mark bashes his head into the roof and doesn't take any damage, but it looks like it hurts. And you can just do it over and over. Natural selection hard at work here, folks. This level is littered with fun enemies. Crocodiles that throw their young at you, this giant mouth that literally can't hurt you unless you walk into it, half a fish with very feminine legs, and an egg that shoots, you guessed it, bubbles! The bosses are also pretty weird. Now, I'm not gonna talk about every boss in this game, just the fun ones. This boss is Tempura Shrimp, which then turns into a giant onion ring, which then turns into a skewered meat of sorts. Please tell me that was the weirdest boss in this game. I mean, how do you top that? A well. This boss is a well. Oh. That's how. By now you could probably tell, especially by the box art of this game, that it's very much an homage to the classic B-horror films of the past. And it's an extremely fun game, it's just really weird. Once you've completed the sewers, you move on to the cave, where you fight skeletons, flying vampire bears, and my personal favorite, umbrellas. Why not? The bosses of this level are more what you might expect from a cave. A giant spider that shoots ninja stars, a mummy that throws toilet paper at you, and a bull with an axe that shoots little cows at you. Moo! Now, I don't want to spend too much time on each level, so instead I'm going to show you a couple of my favorite bosses that you haven't seen yet. A giant cat that shoots little ghost cats at you. A punk rocker. Dancing zombies that you're not supposed to attack. This chameleon face. And of course, Royce. He rolls. When you make it to level 6, this game starts to get really frustrating. It's a giant maze where stuff shoots at you constantly, and when you're not getting attacked by that, you're getting attacked by tables, chairs, and of course, pants. Ah! There's only one boss in this level, but I can't figure out how to get to him. I keep getting lost in this maze of doors. Urgh! Ah! I hate doors! Hey, you. The last level is level 8, and it's a sort of heaven level with witches and kamikaze doves. The bosses in level 8 are pretty weird, but I want to talk about one in particular. This weird Egyptian dog that is rubbing his butt against the ground so hard that he's making himself bleed. I salute this dog's commitment to sadomasochism. The end boss is a zombie face. All you have to do is hit its nose when it's open, and unless you're Bert, it's basically impossible. But not for me! Here's the end of the game. Few have made it here alive, so let's enjoy it. Aww, Bert got me a gift. How sweet. Ooh, it's a princess. Actually, she's a monster! She wants you dead! She's melting your skin off! Oh, good. It was just a dream. That was a relief. I enjoy having skin. Mark opens the door and... No! A door! Hey everybody, thank you so much for liking and commenting on this episode of Retrosode. If you liked what you saw, remember to hit that subscribe button. You can also check out my last week's episode on Ghoul School by clicking over there. Now, my question for you guys this week is, technically, this is a horror video game. It doesn't do a very good job at scaring me, or you probably. So my question is, what was your favorite horror game of all time, and what console did it belong to? Leave a comment below. You guys can also check out my social media pages. I have a Twitter and a Facebook. Everything will be in the description, so just go click on those if you want to do that. And I'm going to disappear for this week. I don't have a clever outro. So instead, you get to look at Chanel. Okay, goodbye.